There you go.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our She Means Business event. My name's Grania, and I am one of the programs managers for Enterprise Nation. And today we have Daisha, who is going to be taking us through the workshop, which is Establish Your Presence on Facebook and Instagram. So Daisha is one of our advisors, and she has her own company called Social Treats. So I'm very excited for Daisha to take us through this session. We're going to let her present for about 20 minutes or so and take us through the slides, if everyone can stay on mute, and then we will have a Q&A at the end. So please feel free to drop any messages into the chat as we go through the presentation, and then I can pick them up at the end. And please just use this time to engage as much as possible. You can get expert advice off Daisha. She'll be happy to help you with regards to your business. And even if you want to drop into the chat where you're from today and what your business is, so we can get to know each other as well. So I will hand over to Daisha and you can take it away.
Hello, everybody. It's good to see so many people here. Like Grania said, pop in the chat and say hello and let us know where you're coming from. We'll be talking today, establish your presence on Facebook and Instagram. So it would be good to know if you guys already have a Facebook page and an Instagram page and what that looks like or how long you've been in business. So do feel free to pop that in the chat as I go through the slides. So my name is Daisha and I own a company called Social Treats, where we help small, medium businesses to grow on social media. I specialize in Facebook groups, in Facebook and Instagram, and I run trainings nationally across the UK and work with clients internationally to help them manage their social media as well as part of my agency. Viveka is based in the UK and runs a small jewelry business. Hello, welcome. So I am in Manchester as well. My neighbors have decided to build something new today, so I've got my big headphones on, so hopefully you can't hear that background noise. So what we're going to cover today, we're going to establish a presence on Facebook and Instagram. We're going to show you how to set up a Facebook page and an Instagram business account, and we're going to talk about how you can attract your audience with content on those platforms as well. So we know that Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, or Messenger are huge platforms for you to be on as a business. 3.1 billion people use them each month, which is an incredible amount of people. And so anybody that you hear that says Facebook is dead, Instagram's dead, nobody's on these platforms anymore, everybody's moved to whatever platform is new and upcoming, it's all full of rubbish. 3.1 billion people are on it each month. So you definitely need to be on these platforms as a business. So Facebook enables you to reach people where they spend their time. So that can be on the mobile, on desktop, or in store. Remember, when you are creating content and you're thinking about how you're engaging with your customers, it is a really good thing to think about how they are connecting with you. The majority of people will be on their mobile phones. So making sure that everything that you do is mobile optimized and is easy for people to do on their mobile phones. So if you're sending people to websites, for example, can they access things on their mobile phones? Have you got lots of pop-ups that distract from the actual website? What does that look like in that user experience for those people on the mobile? The same with when you're creating content. Think about people scrolling through their mobile phones and what that looks like compared to desktop. For example, a portrait video or even an image takes up more screen space on a mobile phone than it does a landscape video or image. So thinking about that, you will have more time to capture that client's attention as they're scrolling through the newsfeed, rather than if it was a landscape image, which will pass through their newsfeed much quicker. So think about how your clients are interacting with you and how you can better optimize their journey with you whilst they are interacting with you. So when you establish your presence on Facebook and Instagram, you can provide more information about your offerings. You can share updates about your business. You can communicate with your customers directly. There are so many things that you can utilize on Facebook and Instagram to make sure that your customer's journey is easy and they are able to access you quickly. So that can be whether you are any sort of business, so a jewelry business, a restaurant, a clothing store, whatever type of business you are, you can use these tools to connect with your customer much faster. So there is a workbook that Grania will drop in the chat for you for this presentation as well. So you can download that and access that later as well. So a Facebook page and your Instagram business account. You can use these things to make sure that you are creating a brand within your social media. So you can use different aspects of your business page and your Instagram page to create a branded look and feel so that everything feels nice across multiple platforms and onto your website as well. And you can do this by using the similar imagery, similar text, similar tone of voice and messaging, and then creating something that flows nicely. So how do we actually create your business page? So there's a plus button when you're on your desktop at the top right-hand corner of your page, and then you can see the multiple things that you can create. We're going to click page, and then we're going to come here. So we're going to use the information on the left-hand side, and we're going to pop in our page information. We're going to make sure that we are using a business name in there. We're going to add a category so that people can find it easily. And we're going to add a description. Now, the description is really useful to stuff with keywords, and a lot of people don't take the time to really get stuck into what this description means. We want to think about SEO and what comes up for people if they're searching for different things. So you can really utilize this description to maximize what searches come up for you when people are looking for you. Remember that your business page will be searchable on Google as well. So if somebody searches for Lucky Shrub and this business page comes up, that description will also be associated with it. So you want to make sure that you are maximizing that real estate and using the keywords to really generate traffic for you. So you can see there that you can click on the image on the top right. You can use either desktop or mobile, so you can see how it's looking in both areas. You want to make sure that you click create page, and then you can add all of the other information. So your header image and your profile picture, all of that good stuff, and start posting on your business page. So to create your Instagram business account, you must first create it as a personal account and then change it into a business account. So we're going to show you how to do that. So if you've already got the Instagram app, you click on the down button and then you click add account. And then you create your phone number or password on the sign up button here. Then you switch to a current your business account. Now there are a few different things that somebody's there are a few different things that you can do and you can have a if you go to settings, I'll show you through these settings, an account, and then switch to professional account. And then you can choose between a creator and a business account. So the difference here is a business account is for retailers, local businesses, brands, organizations, and service providers. Whereas a creator account is more for public figures, content producers, artists, and influencers. So there are slightly different things in terms of the analytics that you can access and running ads that you can do on these accounts. And because you are all businesses, we recommend you have the business account. rather than the creator account, it allows you to connect that to your business page and run ads that way as well. So we're going to click on the business account here, and then we're going to click continue. And then you're going to select your category. We're going to add all of your business information. Now, remember that when you are adding this information, to be mindful that this is a public domain. So if you don't want people ringing you, don't add your mobile phone. The same as if you don't want people emailing you to a different email address, don't add your email address, because people do take advantage of these things. And I have put my mobile number onto my Instagram account, and I've had phone calls in the middle of the night, which is very frustrating. So do be mindful that you are giving this information to the public domain. So if you have a business phone, then by all means put it on. If it's a personal phone, then I wouldn't. And make sure that you are using a business email address as well, because you will quite often get spam to that email as well because of the bots and things that are trawling the internet. So do bear that in mind. Then click next. Then you can connect it to your Facebook business page. Now, this is a fantastic feature so that you can cross post. You can run ads. You can cross post on content on your stories and your gallery. And now you can choose individual posts to do that through as well, which I've just noticed over the last few weeks. So that you don't do that for every post, which is a really cool feature. Then you click next, and then you are done. So, any questions on creating your Facebook and Instagram business account? Pop them in the chat. We'll come to them shortly. So, as I said, Facebook page and Instagram business account, you want to make sure that they are branded really, really nicely so that you are creating an experience for your customers. That can come down to the header, the profile picture that you're using, whether you use a logo or a picture of a person in your business, depending on what your business is. That also takes into account have the same profile photo on both your Facebook page and your Instagram account, so that, like I said, it is synchronized and a nice branding feature. Then you want to make sure that you're providing all of your information on your Facebook page as well. So, for example, your address. If you are allowing visitors to come to your store in person, then pop your address on there, because that is a fantastic source of information if you are driving local people to a physical location. You want to have your contact information. As I said, if you do accept phone calls, then make sure that you have that available. You can even now have the send a message feature, so you can have people send you messages on WhatsApp, which again is fantastic. However, you do need to make sure that this is a manned system. So whether that's somebody in your store, in your location, or whether you have opening hours that people can contact you on, you want to make sure that people are getting the answers to the questions they have immediately, because that builds a good know, love, and trust factor as well. So you can add your website in there. Yes, you can have more than one business account on Instagram. Absolutely, you can have multiple. That's not a problem at all. And you don't have to provide a mobile phone number if you don't want to. You can leave that section blank as well. So do make sure, as I said about the description on your Facebook page, that you are also taking into consideration your description on your Instagram page. With Instagram, you do have a word count limit. And again, it is searchable. So you want to make sure that you are optimizing it with keywords that people are going to be searching for your business. I always like to include a call to action on that bio section as well. That drives them to the website below. So for example, you can see here, schedule a virtual consultation today, or visit our website to shop. Turn your space into an oasis. So how I would have phrased that would be schedule a virtual consultation today, click on the link below to book your time now. So that I am really driving that call to action for people to take action on that bio rather than wasting that space and giving people flexibility to do what they would like. Then you get to invite people. Now, oh, we've gone so fast. Go back. So then you get to invite people. What I would say when you start inviting people is you want to think about who your ideal clients are. So many people go straight ahead and invite family and friends, as it says here, but that then tells Facebook and Instagram that an algorithm that those are the people that you want to like and share your business. So you are almost messing up with the algorithm if you do start inviting people that wouldn't potentially buy from you in the first place. So do be mindful of that when you are thinking about inviting people. Would these people actually be your customers? And if not, don't invite them. Yes, they could be your biggest supporters, but if they're not going to actually buy from you, then you want to make sure that you're telling the algorithm who is going to buy from you and inviting those people to do so. So once you've invited a few people, then you can start marketing and pushing it out there and creating content. So the content posts that you can create stories, which are a fantastic feature to get in front of people. With story creation, you want to make sure that you are giving people an insight into your business. You want to make sure that you are sharing a little bit of a voyeurism content. People are nosy. They like to know what's going on. They like to know what's happening behind the scenes, and they like to know what's up with you. So do make sure that your story content is very much a personal branding tool for you to use. You can also use video content. Again, video content is fantastic. Video does get a lot more engagement than an image. We know that, and live video gets even more engagement than a pre-recorded video. So something for you to consider as well within your marketing strategy. Again, video has changed over time. We used to like a lot of very stylized video shoots, and now you're seeing a lot more handheld cameras and very off-the-cuff videos that are doing really, really well on Facebook and Instagram. So it's a fantastic tool to use. Facebook did release a transparency report for Q3 this year, which you can Google. It's called the Facebook Transparency Report, where they told us which posts and which pages were getting a lot of reach. So it meant that we could really see inside of what was happening in Facebook and how the algorithm was working, and look at content that was working for those people. So you can have a look for the transparency report and see what content some other creators have used in the past to help give you some ideas. You can also use photos. Again, photos need to be nice quality photos. So if you haven't had a photo shoot done for your business, make sure that you do get that done, because photos make or break a business. Whether you are a product-based business or a service-based business, photos are key, especially when you're using platforms like Instagram, which are very heavily image focused. So again, you can access the PDF document, which is in the chat above, for how to do all of these steps. Today, we have gone through establishing a presence on Facebook and Instagram to meet customers where they spend their time. We have invited your community to like your page and follow your account to grow your audience. Now let's dive into Q&As. How, for my Facebook pages, it won't allow me to invite people other than my Facebook friends. How can I invite people who are not my friends to like my Facebook page? Also, how do I invite people to follow me on Instagram? Okay, so on your Facebook page, you cannot invite people that are not your friends unless they have liked a post of yours. So if they've liked a post or an advert of yours, you can then click on the likes and invite them to like the page. That is a workaround. You cannot invite random strangers to like your page, and like I said, unless they are friends of yours. The key is to get your content out there and get people liking and engaging on your content and build the likes from there. The same with Instagram. There is no invite button on Instagram. So you cannot you cannot invite people to like your Instagram page. The following people is a common way around that. Whether they follow back is completely up to them. You cannot push that on them. I'm not a fan of the big follow unfollow trend, and I think that has died down a lot now, but I do like real engagement. So I call it engagement hacking, where I'm going on to other people's accounts who are big in the industry. I'm looking at their followers and I am engaging with their followers. So that way I'm getting in front of the people that already like something that is very similar to what I offer. So they're most likely to like what I do as well, and then come over and follow me. So that's how you can start to build those things on there.
There's a few more questions that have come through there, Disha. So do you have any tips on how to get more followers on Instagram? Are there ways to put your business in front of those? So for example, if they've searched jewelry, how would you get that to the front?
Yes, so that is where you can use those hashtags. So if you're searching on Instagram for the jewelry hashtag, then you can go and engage with the people that are commenting on posts that have used that hashtag. So like I just touched on that slightly about engagement hacking. That's what I would do. Go and search for the hashtag jewelry, see what posts are coming up, look at the people that are commenting on those posts, and then engage with their content. So not the people that posted the original post, but the people that are engaging on that post, because they are most likely your ideal clients. Then go engage on their content and bring them back to you. Now, this is a very time-consuming strategy. You will spend at least an hour on Facebook, on Instagram a day, doing this strategy to build up a significant following. But if you do put the work in, it does work and it is well worth it. But it is time consuming. I hope that answers your
Thank
question.
you. And Abigail has said that she's realized that the majority of her target audiences use Facebook. Should she still create an Instagram page?
If you don't want to, then don't, because it is a very time consuming. As I've just said, to grow followers on Instagram, you do have to spend a lot of time on it, and you have to create content for it, whether that's reels or stories. So it is time consuming. So if your audience is on Facebook, then I would focus there. For me, I focus a lot of my time on Facebook, and I just repurpose content for Instagram. So I have a platform there, rather than focusing on Instagram. Remember, your time is precious, so don't waste it.
Thank you. And Claire has asked, do you recommend paying for ads, and what are your tips?
It depends on your business and your business strategy. I am not a fan of paying for ads if I can help it, because why would you spend money if you don't have to? But if you need a fast income, or you have a product or service that has been tested, then by all means use ads. But don't use ads unless your product or service has been well tested and you know who your target audience is, because you can waste a lot of money on ads by doing that. When you're paying for followers or anything like that, if you're paying for likes, anything like that is just vanity metrics. So I wouldn't recommend ads for growth of your Instagram or Facebook page, because it is just vanity metrics that you're paying for. What I would focus on is, if you're going to spend money on ads, drive them to what they're actually going to buy. So whether that's your website or booking a call or whatever it is you're sending them to, I would focus on that rather than spending money on ads for likes or follows.
Thank you so much. And then is there any recommended number of hashtags you should use on the posts?
Well, this is a controversial topic because Instagram keep changing their mind. So a year ago, we were all putting 30 hashtags on our posts, which was going amazingly, and everybody was happy with that. We were all smashing out 30 hashtags. Then Instagram, if you don't follow them, they have a creators account, which is content delivered by Instagram. They came on there and said 15 hashtags. So everybody switched and started using 15 hashtags. And then very recently they came on and said 3 to 5 hashtags. So everyone was like, crap. So it started using 3 to 5 hashtags. But different creators have stuck with and tested to see what works and if it has had an impact on reach. And although Instagram have said 3 to 5 hashtags on each post, a lot of creators have found that by using 30 hashtags, they actually get a better reach. So it is very much testing and learning, and you can't always listen to Instagram on it. The official line is 3 to 5 hashtags, but I would play with more because you might get more reach, especially on a smaller account.
That's really interesting, Daisha. Thank you. And where is this page that people can access the Instagram?
It's on Instagram and it's called Creators. Let me get it up. Yeah, Creators, Instagram @Creators.
Perfect. Thank you. I don't see any other questions coming through there. If you have any other, please feel free to write it into the chat or unmute yourself. Daisha, I know we have been on a few different sessions together, and I know you're a big fan of groups.
Yeah.
You want to touch a wee bit on groups and why people might use that for their business, which businesses would be suitable for that?
Yeah, so I think any business can use a Facebook group and community. It builds a community around your business and allows you to build raving fans really, really easily, a lot more easier than it is on Facebook pages or on Instagram. And that is because people can share their own thoughts and feelings inside of your community, whereas on Instagram and on business pages, they are very much just a voyeur on your content. They can engage and like, but they can't create their own content. So Facebook groups tend to be a much easier way to nurture those people much quicker. They also see a lot more of your content because of the reach that Facebook groups get as opposed to business pages. So I would definitely consider any business to have a Facebook group. If you can find a common ground for your ideal clients that they can come together and share in a Facebook group, then I would absolutely recommend it.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. I don't see any other questions coming through there. If anyone has anything, please even feel free to unmute yourselves. Oh, here we go. I'm finding that the posts on my group where my online marketing is happening are not getting seen by all the members. I have nearly 3,000 members in my group. How can I get more of those members to see my posts? That's a brilliant question.
Yes. So of course, not everybody is seeing your post because some people might not be online. Other people might have more interesting things on their feed. The thing is to make sure that your posts are relevant to your clients, that they are talking directly to your ideal clients, and that you are engaging them. So for me, I have a full rounded system to make sure that not only am I posting in my group, but I'm also emailing people, members of my group, to make sure that they are aware of content that's happening in my group. I'm also direct messaging them so that Facebook is aware that we're friends, so they see more of my content as well. So there are a few different things that I do to make sure that more people see my posts in my group. But with the algorithms the way they are, you will never get all of your members seeing posts. But what you can do is encourage engagement. So when I share posts, even when I go live, I will say, if anybody's tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. say hello. I often ask people if they can hear me. If you can hear me when I'm live, let me know in the comments, because that is all boosting the algorithm and getting more people to engage and therefore see my posts. So I know that people can hear me because I've checked it all before I go live, but I want to make sure that I am giving people the opportunity to buy into my live and to engage on that content. And then therefore, the more people that engage on it, the more people see it. And I have lives and content that comes back up all the time. The other strategy I use is what I call a two-step post, which is where I ask people if they want something. So if I'm offering a freebie, I can say, do you want to join my challenge? I'm running a challenge next week on Facebook groups, and I posted in, do you want to join, learn how to grow an engaged Facebook community that you can sell to? And then people comment below and say, yes, I'd love that. And I'll say, great, I'll DM you the details. And then I send them a direct message with the details. And that then boosts the number of comments. More people comment because they're intrigued about what it is. And then I send them the details, and it goes on like that. So a two-step post has 2 steps. They comment, then you send them a message. It builds up that know, love, and trust factor. You're in their DM, so Facebook think you're friends, and then they then see more of your content as well, because Facebook believes you're friends, because you're direct messaging each other too. So a few ways to get more people to see your post on there.
Thank you so much. And another question that's come in is links on Instagram. Do you recommend Linktree, or are there others?
I personally don't like Linktree, and the reason being is that you don't own that traffic. So with the Linktree free account, I believe it's different if you pay for it. But on the free account, if somebody clicks onto your link to go to Linktree and then look at all those other links that they have, then that pixel data is lost. That you don't own that data. Linktree own that data. If you can create a page on your website that has those links on it and direct them to that, then, and you've got your Facebook pixel on there, then you will then own that data. So if they never click again, then at least you are able to retarget them or run an ad to them or do something with that data. If they click through Linktree somewhere, you will, and they don't go click on another link, then you've lost that data forever. So I personally believe that having it on your business, on your own website, is much better than using Linktree because of that, the pixel data that you have access to. I also, that's if you need to have multiple links. I don't believe that you need to have multiple links, because you are promoting one thing at a time usually, so you can send it to just one place. The less clicks and activity that you make your ideal clients make, the easier it is for them to purchase. So if you just put, go and buy this, link is in my bio, and all they have to do is click one thing and it takes them straight there, rather than clicking on your Linktree, then going to find whatever they were looking for, then getting distracted by something else because you put your YouTube channel on there, then they go over to YouTube and spend 5 hours looking at cat videos, then you've lost that sale. Whereas if you just put the one link that you wanted to send them to and they go and do that, then it's much easier for that user to take action on the content that you've shared.
Thank you so much. I don't see any other questions coming in there. That's been so informative. Thank you so much, Daisha. I know I've learned plenty, so I'm sure there's been lots of useful tools picked up there. I did send in the workbook twice just because some people had joined us a wee bit later on. So hopefully everyone has received that at this stage, so that workbook will help go over everything that Daisha has went through today. Please feel free to connect with Daisha on the Enterprise Nation platform. You can book a discovery call, you can see what other services she has available, so please feel free to use that service. And I think that's really us for today.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much. I hope you all have a great Tuesday. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.